Hiking with my friends turned into nightmare.
It was supposed to be a fun hike, just a simple stroll through the woods to get away from the city and clear our heads. The sun was high, the air fresh with the scent of pine, and our laughs echoed as we joked and explored. But then we heard it. Help! The voice was soft at first, barely a whisper, carried by the wind. We stopped, looking around. Did you hear that? Mia asked, her voice a little shaky. Yeah, it sounded like someone needs help, Mark replied, scanning the trees. But there was nothing. The forest stood still, as if holding its breath. We shrugged it off, convinced it was just an animal or the wind. But then it came again. Help! Louder this time, more urgent. We exchanged uncertain looks. It wasn't an animal. The voice sounded human. We started walking in the direction it came from, cautiously moving deeper into the woods. The further we went, the more the voice seemed to grow, filling the space around us. Help! It was almost like a plea, desperate, but faint. The sun had begun to dip, casting long shadows across the forest floor, and the air grew colder. Our pace quickened. Where is it coming from? She asked. It's like it's coming from the rocks, Mark said, pointing to a large outcrop of jagged stone that loomed ahead. We approached cautiously, the voice now constant, steady whisper in our ears. Help! It was almost suffocating, but we couldn't stop now, could we? The sound was so real, so close. As we reached the base of the rocks, I could feel the weight of something pressing against my chest. The voice now surrounded us, echoing in our heads. Help, please. Suddenly, the voice stopped. We stood in tense silence, waiting for something. Anything. The forest felt wrong. The air was thick. Then, from the shadows of the rocks, the voice came again. But this time, it wasn't a plea for help. It was cold, mocking, and sinister. You're in the wrong place, it hissed, the words cutting through the stillness. You're mine now. I turned to look at my friends, but they were frozen, their eyes wide with terror. The ground beneath us seemed to shift, the forest around us warping like it was alive. I tried to speak, but the words stuck in my throat. The next moment, everything happened so fast. The shadows seemed to swallow Mia and Mark whole. They screamed, but it was like their voices were being muffled, as if the forest itself was silencing them. I tried to run, but my legs felt like lead. I heard their voices calling for me, but the trees closed in on them, blocking my view. I couldn't help them. I had to go. With all the strength I had left, I broke free, running blindly through the woods. The trees seemed to reach for me, but I managed to escape. I didn't look back. I don't know what happened to Mia and Mark. I don't think I'll ever know. But I'll never forget that whisper, that voice that promised we were in the wrong place. And now, every time I go near the woods, I can hear it again, faintly, calling my name. You're mine now. I don't go back to that place. But I feel